Hi, this is Melanie of Pardesi Reviews, and I'm here to do a review of the Malayalam film Biriyaani. If you're new to Pardesi Reviews, I do trailer reactions and film reviews of Indian cinema. All right, so over and over again, people recommended that I see and seek out this incredible Malayalam film. It is on a OTT platform that was new to me. I think it's Cave, C-A-V-E, and it was a modest rental fee, so I didn't mind paying for this one. In US dollars, it was like $1.99. This is a film by Sajin Baabu. I don't believe I've seen any of his other films. It's really unusual. Like, I could tell from the the opening scenes, I'm like, this is really different. The final surprise, I will let you know that I just, from certain comments that I had seen on Twitter and other places, I kind of guessed partially where we were going at the end. The film is only about an hour and a half, so much shorter than a regular Indian cinema. It played at lots of different film festivals, won awards, jury prizes at several film festivals, and the main actress, Kani Kusurti, has won Kerala State Awards as Best Actress, and deservedly so. The entire film basically rests on her shoulders. She's in almost every frame of the film. It's also just the subject matter of the film. It's about the plight of Muslim women in Kerala, and the main character, her brother is suspected, who's working overseas in the Middle East, is suspected of being part of a terrorist camp or something in the Middle East, and so she's brought in and questioned. Her mother has had some sort of mental breakdown since the father has died. So there's a lot resting on her shoulders. The opening scene of the film, her husband is having sex with her. Like, I'm not sure I've ever seen such honest portrayal like in an Indian film. I mean, that's the opening scene. That's like, there was a warning that it was over 18. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh my God, okay. So, but then it's showing he has no care for her or her pleasure or anything. And you just tell from the opening minutes of the film, you get the dynamic in this marriage, that she wants more, and that, that she's unfulfilled in this marriage, and that her husband's a jerk. They have a son who is going to go through a circumcision, and I did not realize that circumcision in this community happens so late in childhood. Like, that was a surprise to me. So let me just put it this way. Like, there's some gruesome scenes, that, and like slaughtering of some animals and things that I was a little bit put on. Like, people had kind of warned me. But and then other surprises that I'm not going to get into, maybe a spoiler section at the end, because we have to discuss it. But if you have not seen the film, there's so many plot points that I don't want to talk about because I don't want to spoil it for you. It is an intense film. I'm just going to put it to you that way. If you're looking for something to distract you and be a time pass from all the horrible things that are going on in India right now with coronavirus, this is not maybe the film for you. But if you want something that has a feminist point of view and is really examining the reality that faces Muslim women in this community, and the discrimination that they get, and the patriarchy that they deal with from everyone in the society, something hard-hitting in the vein, it reminded me so much of Great Indian Kitchen. It just goes even further in examining all different things that happen to this woman, and things that she has to do to survive, and things that she does to... Okay, I'm not going to even spoil that much. But just all these things that happen to her. The discrimination that she gets, the patriarchy that she has to deal with from her husband. Like, the fact that her husband could divorce her by just texting 3 words, the same word to her 3 times, send it in a message, and she's... Wow. Okay. So let me just say that the 2 main characters are, again, Kani Kusurti, and then the woman that plays her mother, Shailaja Jala. So she is also very good. I mean, there's a real examination there of... She doesn't have as big a part, but there's an examination of mental illness and the toll that it takes, not just on that person, but the family, and how other people are having to deal with the aftermath of that. I was just stunned at how... I was just stunned at this film. Like, her performance is so commanding and so incredible. Definitely deserving of winning this Carol Estate Award for Best Actress. I was blown away. I've never seen this actress before, and I was completely blown away by her performance. The writing of this film, like I said, this is a film... I feel like I'm repeating this phrase, like, it goes places that I was completely unexpecting the narrative to go. Just hard-hitting and really examining all the things that can happen to Muslim women in this society, and how they can be ostracized for things that are no fault of their own. Again, a lot of it stems from her brother being, suspected of being a Muslim terrorist, and he's not even, living with them in Kerala. He's far away in the Middle East, but that doesn't matter. Anyway, hard-hitting film, incredible film. Thank you so much for everyone who kept after me and urged me to see this film, and I just highly recommend that you seek out this film. It's worth paying the nominal fee to see it. Believe me, it is something unlike anything else that you will see in Indian cinema. Okay, at this point I'm going to talk spoilers. So, you've got it. This is one of the finest films that I've seen this year. You definitely need to see it, but it's pretty dark. So, if your mind space isn't there, I'm just warning you about that. Okay, spoilers now. What is it with these films this year? I had Ajib Dastan with the baby in the steam cooker, and now the fetus in the biryani. Oh my God. I had a stillbirth myself at almost full term. Well, I had full term, 37 weeks. And so I'm just going to tell you that I couldn't dissociate, while I wanted her to get revenge on the cops that tried to rape her and all of the leaders of the town that ostracized her and forced her out of her home. The way that she, the fact that she puts the fetus's corpse in the biryani, oh God, like, it was really tough. It was really tough. And I didn't completely get the very last scene of the film. So, like, we see her, she seems, when the kind man who had, become her partner, when she says, don't eat that, and then he leaves her, and then that seems to be the last straw that she commits suicide by jumping off the bridge. Then there's a scene of her on top of her ex-husband having sex, and it seems like she got his satisfaction, but then he didn't, and I'm like, what is this scene? And I guess it was supposed to be, this is what she wanted her life to be from the beginning. Like, we were circling all the way back to the very first scene that we had seen, but in a completely different way. I mean, there was another scene where she talks to somebody about how even when men go to heaven, there's all these virgins. So it didn't seem like she loved her husband enough that that's what she would be dreaming about. And I don't know. I really don't quite get the very last scene, but incredible film, impactful film, not easy to watch in some of these scenes. I did think it was incredible that there was that whole part where she just became a sex worker. She was just like, fine, I don't have obligations to anyone. This is what I'm going to do. But then she's had enough of that too. Like, it gets, I don't know. I just like, that was part of what I was saying. I didn't expect things to go that way. Like, I expected her to be preyed upon. I didn't expect her to make the choice of, this is what I'm going to do then. Fine. I don't have any family to take care of. I have no ties. Fine. Just going to do this. But again, this actress completely made it believable. All of these choices that she made, completely believable. What a range in this film. What a range. Unreal. She was so good. All right. If you're going to talk about this film, please mark with spoilers. Especially if you're going to talk about the last 15 minutes of the film, please mark spoilers on your comment. But I'm serious. I really want to know what you thought about this film. Thank you again for everyone who urged me to see it, but whoa, this was heavy. This was dark. All right, follow me on Twitter at PardesiYT. Follow me on Instagram at Pardesi Reviews, and if you hit the bell when you subscribe, you'll never miss another trailer reaction or film review.